know, I always kind of think like Ronak probably doesn't have like a super high sex drive. Oh shit, I know who you are. You guys saw Deadpool and Wolverine? I think because just growing up with that, I'm like, yeah, fuck me up.
Yeah.
Haku. I'm Connor Fogarty, and I play Ronak in the Stryker Society. Little lizard man of wonder.
He's not very small.
Big lizard man of wonder.
Thank you.
I am a full-time voice actor for video games, anime, narration, what have you. Oh, how do I relate to Ronak? That's a great question. I feel like whenever I approach something where I'm role-playing long-term, I want to inject a good mix of not like me at all, and then something where it's deep down very similar to me. And I think with Ronak, the thing I wanted to explore, especially when I was like coming into high school and middle school, I had this whole sense of like, I had a strong sense of self, but there's part of me that wanted to be accepted, but there was a part of me that couldn't compromise who I was. So there was a lot of brushing up against that and being called, you know, weird or misunderstood or, you know, whatever it was, but still kind of like pushing forward that sense of who I was anyway. And I think it's fun to go back to that kind of state of mind with Ronak and explore the insecurities that are lying beneath, maybe even to this day. I want to see if we can get to a point where Ronak can cry, but I can't force it. I also am excited to see the cool space creatures we see along the way, and the fun voices Val does, and the conversations that can be had with these weird space creatures and Ronak Zolan, the lizard man. Ooh, this is an interesting thing. What would Ronak's ideal date be like? I think it's interesting because he's such a passionate person about certain things. I don't know if he's a passionate lover. I don't think he's ace, but I think he's maybe not the most motivated by that. I think he can be. I think it's possible he can fall in love. I think it would be something that involves a lot of riding some kind of dangerous vehicle for the first time, like let's try it out. Explosions would be great, like explosions in the sun, like firing mortars into the sunset and watching that. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting to see him fall in love. I think it would be tricky, but I think it's not impossible. I think he's got things he thinks about first, but if it comes up, you know, that's what happens. Yeah, I think they bond, especially over just like hobbies. Like, I don't know, I always kind of think like Ronak probably doesn't have like a super high sex drive.
You're gonna do your best cast impressions.
Oh. I hope there's no clocks around here. Because I don't like clocks, and clocks are bad. My dad is named Howard somehow. Just seems unlikely.
Okay, great.
I just don't know why you have to be here, you know? Ugh. I just think we all have the potential to be a team, you know? Are you okay? Are you okay? I just think we have to do the mission that we were supposed to do, because that's the rules.
Excellent.
Why does he sound like George
I know-
W. Bush?
I know, I was getting more into George W. Bush. Like, I was starting more Ted Lasso.
Oh, I'm Boomy! Oh, explosions! Okay, we can cook this up for you.
I've never attempted any of these before.
Whoa, you can do a gnome.
I figured, because there's a small, cantankerous man inside of me. Ooh, a Wrath Guitar Beast. Oh, God. I always pictured it. It's like big and scaly and goes. Well, Dalton can try that later. Picture it makes a lot of huffs and puffs, and it's probably like orange and maybe a little purple streaks or something. But big. I think it's maybe got a horn or two. I mean, heaven. They taste like heaven. They're very rich, I think, which is what kind of is amazing that Ronick would guzzle down several, because I feel like after a while that'd get to you. It's like when you have oat milk and it tastes vaguely minty and you're like, that shouldn't be, but it is. A ship. Nixus from a ship. The ghost ship. No, I'm joking. The ship is called the Saskatoon Delight, and it's a well-running ship, I might say. Howard does a good job. Right? High guard, that's right. I think Michigan's on high guard. Oh, I'm not very good with names. Snortles? I do remember that now. I've got it in my little notebook. Smudge? Pudge? Mug? Doug? I got most of the letters right. What can I plug right now? The Stryker Society. Yeah, and my website. Well, it's connorfogartyvo.com. I should actually update it. But it's there, and you can see it. I'll tell you what, guys. How about you watch the Stryker Society episode 4 on August 9th on the Gaghead YouTube channel. And have a nice day. How does that sound?
Give us a roar.
Wow.
That was really good. I liked that. Excellent. I wasn't expecting it.
You don't need to include that.
We will.